Hey guys, this is a train and talk video. So what I'm going to be doing is just training and talking. It's only a 10-minute video. This is a filler pump session. So we've just got a little bit of areas of like accessories slash injury prevention. So I'm going to start with a little bit of neck. I'm going to go into some upright rows. We're going to use the rings and then some pump to finish. So nothing too crazy on the cards. Just having, like I say, it does what it says on the tin. It's just a filler session. It's a way to kind of, I guess, shorten your main sessions up rather than feel like you're in there for ages, especially if you're trying to hit some intensity. If you're increasing the time that you're in the session, then sometimes that can go and sometimes it becomes a chore. So I like to spread it. This is a low day for me. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday and Wednesday will definitely be a bit higher days. Again, it's only sort of, I say team run Thursday nights are sometimes a little bit tougher these days, especially when we haven't played too well the weekend before. But just a couple of sets of neck to start with. I like to just do some banded neck, and I'll do this 2 to 3 times a week. Nothing crazy. 2 sets, nothing that's gonna make me too sore, but just keeping on top of it. I haven't had, touch wood, I haven't had a concussion for a very long time, but it's an area that I neglected when I was younger, training my neck, and I wish I did it because I had a couple of real bad ones when I was younger. And it's something that all rugby players should probably be addressing now. There is some research that's now saying that it's not compelling enough to say it reduces concussion, but if you just look at the anatomy and the causes of concussion, it's definitely going to have some impact. The research just isn't there yet, and I'm sure years down the line it is going to work. So we've got 2 sets of 10 on upright rows. I'm not going to go too heavy. Again, I've said it's already a filler session, but just to get a little bit of volume into traps, delts. Now, I never used to be one to train the old traps, but actually, contact sports, upper body, armour, building it up, it's only going to be a good thing. I'm going to superset this with the rings. We've just got some ring catches, so nothing crazy, but just looking to get overhead and catch ourselves. Lovely for that subscap. Nice way to increase that overhead mobility as well. I actually think rings are one of the most underrated pieces of equipment there is. I think they're unbelievable. Stability. Oh, that's good. I've gone the wrong way there. From a stability point of view, creating proprioception in the shoulder, in the elbow, in the joint, use them for push-ups. I think they're unreal. I think, especially for rehabbers that I've worked with, implementing some rings into their training, you always get some decent results from it. Like I say, especially upper body, proprioception, stability. Getting those unstable joints to co-contract together and stabilize the joint is so important. So yeah, rings. I actually really like a ring push-up. Things like overhead catches, rows, TRX rows, rows where you're rowing and then bringing that rear delt into is lovely as well. So recommend it if you don't have some rings. Maybe get them, I think they're like £9-10 off Amazon. Definitely worth a shout. I hope the form police weren't watching that set because there was a little bit of swinging in there. We don't mind a little bit of swinging. Right, back into these catches, just change the setting slightly on the rings. I think I might need to go longer. Yeah, I need to go longer. That might be better. Need a little bit more purchase on these rings just to help, actually. So can we catch a little bit longer? There we go. Oh yeah, that's better. With it, I'm going to do one more set of those. I'm not going to do another set of my upright rows, just because, again, I'm on a Thursday, I'm playing Saturday, I don't need there to be too much volume. It is just a little stopgap for the week. Also to get out of the office and get away from the laptop, rather than being glued to my laptop all day. A little mental break, get a little pump, feel good about yourself. That's what we want. Out of range stability, being able to catch yourself with these rings is a real nice one. I would normally do a Y and a T, but because I'm on a straight pole there, if I do that, it just slides and it jolts. It's just not very nice. So we're just going to do the eyes today. But again, feel free if you are going to do some rings, do some shoulder catches. Again, you can do it with a cable as well, but this one I actually think brings in the whole chain. So again, lovely. Right, nice little anti-section of the core as well. My core is on fire doing that. Right, what we're going to do, we're just going to do some arms. I'm going to finish with some biceps and triceps. Again, this isn't a big session. It's very much tick a box, get a little pump on, make yourself feel good. So we are going to go for, I'm going to get my bench out. We're just going to do reverse curls on the barbell into skull crushers on the bench. Move my laptop case out the way. Again, this is very much get a little pump on, feel good. And if you're a rugby player that feels like they need to put on a little bit of size, adding 1 or 2 of these a week is probably going to go a long way, especially if you do it for long enough. Doesn't take anything away from your training, just adds a little bit of extra volume. Nice way to progressively overload certain movements. And just break up your training a little bit. Into reverse curls, get those forearms going a little bit. I've already done my preacher curls for the week, so we're gonna go just barbell reverse curl. And I think just like from a coaching point of view, with regards to training your arms, apologies, I'm just going through mental thoughts as I train, but what I see a lot of coaches do, they don't actually program arms, they just let the athlete kind of do their own arm training. Actually, your bicep, your triceps, your brachialis, they're just as important. Like, you wouldn't go and do that with your lower body guard, just train what you want, you sort out your reps and sets. Your biceps, your triceps, they need, all right, they're quite respondent, but they still do need that kind of level of attention. You know, they cross over some key joints, especially for contact athletes. So making sure that we're actually doing some strength training, not just chasing lightweight pump, is really important. You know, That elbow is quite reliant on that bicep. Bicep feeds into that shoulder, tricep feeds into that shoulder. Like, their ability to produce force is actually real important for upper body robustness. So again, without me sounding like too much of a nose, actually getting in your biceps and triceps and doing it with a little bit of structure will go a very, very long way. So don't be fooled. Chasing the pump is real. Make sure you got some progress, some progression, some overload. Are we getting bigger muscles or are we getting bigger and stronger? We'll probably want the latter. Oh shit, I was meant to do supinated. Fine, we'll do a little drop set. Meant to do reverse grip there and actually forgot midway through. So we're going to take the 2.5s off and we're just going to burn out with that reverse grip. Bicep curl. Get those forearms going. Whew. I think that's me. I think that is me, just for that. That's enough. That's enough for a Thursday. Go in, get some food, get back on the laptop. Hopefully there's a little bit of wisdom there with regards to my training, but I will do these maybe bi-weekly. Just a nice way for me to offload onto the camera. And if I say something useful, happy days. If I don't, then hopefully it's entertaining. Catch you at the next one.